to order everything on my list right in the app. And voila, everyth's fresh like I picked it out myself. I just freed up 2 hours. Martin's Direct is like my very own grocery fairy. Thank you. This is magic.
Martin's. For today's table, pickup is always free with Martin's Direct and ready in as little as 2 hours.
But the way you're choosing...
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kids, and give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more...
That helps you conserve energy and save on your bill. And if you don't know what to get, gift cards are a smart gift no matter what they get. So this year, gift smarter with savings on tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
It's beginning to sound a lot like the holidays. The Roku channel, your home for free and premium TV, is giving you access to holiday music and genre-based stations from iHeartRadio, all for free. Find the soundtrack of the season with channels like iHeart Christmas or North Pole Radio. The Roku channel is available on all Roku devices, web, iOS, and Android devices, Amazon Fire TV, and select Samsung TVs. So stream what you love and turn up the cheer with iHeartRadio on the Roku channel. Happy streaming. Christmas music, sponsored by Holidays at the Harbor, your DMV holiday destination. Visit nationalharbor.com.
Wow! Mommy's kissing Santa Claus! So Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep downstairs to have a peep. She thought that I would touch her hair.
Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. Sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Makra is the wise way to say Merry Christmas to you. Melikilimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. We won't go until we got some. We won't go until we got some. We won't go until we got some. So bring some out here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding.
From West Virginia would limit the role of the vice president during the electoral college certification of the state results on what happened on January 6th. This is what pro-Trump supporters were trying to do. on January 6th from happening again. This is a very important piece of legislation. This should pass, as well as the rest of the bill. The other issue is TikTok, as you mentioned. There's a lot of concern about law enforcement and national security agencies about TikTok. Is a hugely popular app. It's owned by a Chinese company that has partial ownership by the Chinese government. We're going to ban it from, this bill would ban it from government devices. A number of states are doing the same thing on their own devices. We'll see much more on this in the next Congress. There will be efforts to ban use of TikTok across the entire United States.
And just quickly, John, the sense is that this will ultimately pass. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, they're technically the senators who are opposed to this. You showed Rand Paul from Kentucky before. They could drag this out. They could drag this into next week, but they said they're not going to. So they want some votes. They want some votes on amendments. They want to change the bill. But there's enough Democratic support, and there's enough support, enough Republicans to pass it in the Senate. We think that will happen tomorrow, possibly Thursday. Then it goes to the House. That will take one day, and then it's off to President Biden's desk.
So two other important things I want to ask you about, John Bresnahan. One, very quickly, is the House Ways and Means Committee taking up the question of what to do about former President Trump's taxes. Is the expectation that they are going to ask that those be released and made available?
Yeah, that's happening now. The Ways and Means Committee is still meeting in executive session, which means it's closed to the public, to members and staff. They're reviewing this issue of whether to release Trump's taxes from 2015 to 2020, or 6 years of Trump's taxes. Our expectation is that it happens pretty quickly. It could happen tonight. They could release them tomorrow. There's literally one copy of the tax returns. They're so confidential. So even with a vote, they're going to have to take a little time to process it. But we expect that to happen tonight or tomorrow.
And just finally, John, you broke the story late today about Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky making his first trip overseas outside the country since the war began, and that he's not only going to meet with President Biden, but he will be, we expect, address the Congress tomorrow night. Can you just quickly tell us what's going on?
Yeah, we expect him to address the joint session of Congress tomorrow. It's a big deal. Yeah, this goes back to the omnibus funding bill. That bill includes $45 billion in new economic and military aid for Ukraine and to support the U.S. allies in Eastern Europe, NATO allies, with refugees and other economic issues that they face, pay for U.S. troops in those NATO allies. So this is a big deal. Part of the reason why Zelensky is coming is to rally support for the omnibus. This plays to domestic politics here, and it plays domestic politics back in Ukraine. Remember, the United States is by far the most important supporter for the Ukrainian government. If this bill passes, this $45 billion, the United States will be on path to spend more than $100 billion helping Ukraine to fend off Russian aggression.
Remarkable, just this year. John Bresnahan, we thank you for your reporting, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Stuck between competing immigration policies and squarely in the middle of a humanitarian crisis, border communities try to balance the needs of residents and of migrants coming to the United States. Last night, the Supreme Court blocked a change that was expected to release a new surge of migration starting tomorrow. Late today, the Biden administration asked the court to end asylum restrictions, but not until sometime after Christmas. William Brangham has more about how one border city is preparing.
In normal times, asylum seekers who make it to the U.S. border are entitled to a hearing. But during the pandemic,